Hello, everyone, and welcome to the night mode block of Marathon for Choice, raising money for Fun Texas Choice to help people get abortions in Texas or out of state if they need. Our current goal is $1,666.66, and we just passed it because the Atherbeth podcast, run by my two good friends, Jude and Steph. You should go listen to Atherbeth podcast. They get into the weird parts of Tolkien. Just donated $250. So we met that goal. And I'll update you when I have another goal. Right now.
Here, I was hoping that we'd be like demony on stream here for the haunted hour.
I mean, this means you just get to start being demony. You can get demonic right off the bat.
Let's go.
So right now we have Tess running Die Laughing, which is a comedy horror game. And then in 2 hours after this, we have Charlie of the Otherware podcast running a Monster Hearts game. That's going to be really fun.
Monster Hearts, let's go.
Yeah. And
to go from horror comedy to angsty, horny teenagers.
Yeah. And the art raffle, which gives you a chance to win a bust up commission from Kathy of Diced Comics, remains open until midnight Central Time. So that's essentially until 2.
Oh, no, 2 hours.
Oh, yes. Which is in 2 hours, which is most likely the end of this game. Every $5 you donate gets you another raffle ticket, so to speak. So submit to that and you could win special character art. But now I'm going to pass it off to Tess to get started with Die Laughing. Take it away.
Thanks, Josie. Hey y'all, so as Josie mentioned, my name is Tess. I'm one of the producers of Moon Harbor Heroes. Moon Harbor Heroes is a Masks actual play, like a bunch of the actual plays that you've seen so far. We release a couple episodes every week, though we are currently on a hiatus. Usually we release 2 episodes on our main feed and 1 on Moon Harbor Extended. You'll see Moon Harbor Extended at 4 a.m., with Crumpet running a chill, or maybe not chill, Final Fantasy fishing stream. But that's going to be in 4 hours, and I will be very asleep by that point. Because I am East Coast, and this is going to end at 1 a.m. for me. So the game that we're playing is Die Laughing. It is a horror comedy game where you play, the characters in a horror comedy, and also you play the producers in a horror comedy, or of the horror comedy. So we've got kind of 2 goals. One goal is to survive as long as possible while also being funny. And the second goal is, as producers, to try to kill each other. So your goal as a producer is to fuck everyone else over. And your goal as a character is to survive. So we've already kind of discussed what we're going to be doing in terms of characters and our story. We've picked the villain out, all of that. So we're going to go ahead and introduce yourselves and all your characters. I can go first. Again, Tess, she, her pronouns. And my character is Cassandra, not a villain. And I am playing the Monsters Helper playbook. I am disguised as a preppy high school girl. And everyone gets 2 stuff. So my stuff is a diary full of love, or full of proclamations of love for the monster, and a big-ass knife. Though this is small, but, you have a knife. We have got visual aids. All right, let's pass it off to Rand. Can you go for me?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Rand. I use she, her pronouns. I will be playing Birdie. She's a loner. No comment. The 2 stuffs that she's got are a box of toothpicks and a flask of booze. It is empty in here, but I have my glass of wine next to me, so we've got it covered.
Awesome. Let's go to Fabby.
Yeah, I am playing Cindy, the cheerleader. My two stuff that I have here is pom-poms and also a switchblade. Because she's a trans girl. She didn't used to carry one, but she has to make it to school and take the bus sometimes, and just what, it's easier to have that in just threaten people with it if you need to. So she keeps it in her purse.
Rad. And last but not least, Tyrone.
Yeah, hi there. My name's Tyrone. I use they, them, or he, him pronouns. And I'm going to be playing a stoner who insists on being called F350 because that's what he charges for an ounce, or what they charge for an ounce.
Christ.
But anybody that's known them longer than 6 months knows that this Doorcast is named Rutherford Portman.
Great.
Oh my god. I didn't know Tyrone's character's name before we started, and that fucking broke me.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you, everyone. And you said F350's pronouns are they, them?
Correct.
Perfect. All right. God's name. So dumb.
F350.
No, and it does not count as dead naming to call this fool Rutherford to their face.
Right, y'all.
Real quick, not to interrupt, but our new goal is $2,345.67. 234567.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
It's a $600 jump, but I think we can do it. Maybe even by morning.
We've been doing great.
All right, now back to your regularly scheduled spoopiness.
Thanks, Josie. So we did choose our monster earlier. So our monster is going to be bloodthirsty bunnies. So that's going to be fun. We have no idea what that's going to look like, just that these are bunnies that eat people. And right now, I'm going to roll up a setting because we did not do that. 1 through 6 is our options here, and we got a 1. So our setting is a farm.
Ooh.
So we are high schoolers on a farm where there are bloodthirsty bunnies.
Yeah.
The way that this game works, one person will be the director for each scene, and one person is the lead actor. The way that the director works, the director will roll 2 die, and then they will add that number together. And there are 3 acts of this, like there are 3 acts of a movie. You'll add these numbers together, and you will play out whatever scene you roll up there. So it goes 2 to 12. You can repeat scenes, or if like the new director rolls up the same number, they can choose to go to the one before or the one after. And essentially, the lead character has to be in that scene, and they can invite other people depending on what the scene calls for. But we're going to roll up random scenes. I'm going to be the director first. Ryan is going to be our lead actor, which means that without a doubt, Birdie, our loner, is in the opening scene of this movie. So, everyone ready to just jump in and fucking go?
Let's do it.
Rad. All right, I'm going to roll our first scene and see where we are. That was a 5, so let's look at 5 here. Scene 1 is talk to the crazy person. So we are going to talk to a crazy person who tries to warn us about the monster. I'm going to play the crazy person because I'm the director. And Ran, you are going to be in the scene. Anyone else can join if you'd like. You do not have to. So does anyone else feel compelled to be in this opening scene?
I mean, I could be if we want to say like maybe we're driving somewhere or on a road trip somewhere. If that sounds good to either the director or the lead, and we're stopping for directions or something. If so, I would just be in the car.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
I'm feeling spooky, so do we want to say that we're on our way to a pumpkin patch? Because that's like farming.
Yeah.
And we got lost on the way to a pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
So, our opening shot of this movie is a car driving along a long dirt road. And see the car zooming and like dust flying behind it. The camera then pans down and we just see this cute little bunny on the side of the road. It's very cute. And then it turns and looks directly at the camera and snarls. And we get a hard cut to a gas station as the car pulls in.
Mm.
And Bertie, our loner, who's our lead character in this scene, gets out of the car, as does Cindy, our cheerleader. And y'all take it away. I will bring our crazy person in a moment.
My pom-pom prop. Okay, but do you know where it is?
Sure.
Okay, but we should have been there like 20 minutes ago?
How much gas do you think we should put in there?
I don't know. How much does gas cost? But $20? Like, is that enough? I don't drive. I don't drive.
And as you all pull up to this pump, we do get a shot of Cassandra and F350. I think we're in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And camera pans from there, from the two of them, to you all filling gas. And standing over your shoulders, right between you all, is this like 6-year-old girl. So I guess not over your shoulders, like at your elbows.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Hi there. You all are lost, aren't you?"
What can we do for you?
Yeah, what gave it away?
Are you lost?
"Oh no, I'm exactly where I belong. My dad works here. Well, worked here before the bunnies got him." She gets this really far off look in her eyes as she like looks down at the ground.
I think Cindy looks at you and goes, did she say bunny? Did I hear right? Did she say bunnies?
Bunnies? Yeah, I heard bunnies.
Yeah. My dad had a thing for that gentleman's club too.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I mean, he just like he has to work 2 jobs now. It's not like he's.
No, I mean like her dad. I mean her dad. They said the bunnies got him.
"Oh, not like Playboy, you fucking idiots," this 6-year-old girl says.
Oh.
And then she like gains her composure and she's like real bunnies. You know, hip hop, 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 hop. And she just keeps repeating the word hop over and over and over, like she's a broken record.
Hey, how's that gas filling up going? Are we yeah.
We're pretty good. You know, we can keep going if we want, but is someone taking care of her?
Hey, I honestly don't. Okay, not to be mean, but one, I don't like cats. 2, she creeps me out. I'm just gonna wait in the car. I'm just gonna wait. You got this. I'm just gonna wait. She like goes to the other side to be in the car.
Over there holding the pump, I guess, because I'm pumping the gas. What's your name? What's your name?
She looks at you, she giggles, and then she runs off. It's no further words. And
That's weird.
Bertie, as you're pumping gas and like looking around, you do notice that like there are a bunch of rabbits just like on the edges of the road, not like advancing towards you, but like it's early in the day, it's sunny out, or I guess it's like evening-ish, but it's still pretty sunny out. And these rabbits are basically like lining this dirt road and like lining the periphery of the like gas station parking lot and just staring at your car and staring at all of you. And I'm going to trigger a monster attack.
Good
So
feeling about this.
that's going to be great. So when the monster attacks, and I want to read this exactly to make sure that I have this correct here. If the monster attacks, our trait checks are going to work a little bit differently. So each of you, there's 3 people in this scene right now, though Tyrone's character was still in the car, so we can ignore F350 for the moment. Each of you is going to choose how your player is going to not get hurt by these monsters. You can use your smarts, which is your brain. You can use your body. You can use your mouth, which is like talking your way out of it, or your spirit, which is like, I'm going to power through with the goodness of my heart and the moral compass that I have. You're going to roll all of your dice at this point because you are, currently fully alive. So you should have 6 dice at this point.
66?
You're going to roll 6d6. And then on your character sheet, it'll have the number for you. The lower number is better. So everyone roll me a 66 and tell me what you're going to... Actually, first tell me what trait you're going to use. So let's start with Fabby.
Lower is better, you said, right?
Lower is better, yep.
I am going to go for body. I have a 2 in body.
Perfect. So then how are you using your body to get out of this?
I think she's relying on that cheerleader training, and I think she's one of the ones. I think she's skinny and she's short. So she usually gets thrown around. She got lucky enough to start HRT when she was younger, so she it's very light, and she gets thrown around usually during the during the cheerleading routines. So I think she's gonna try to jump and get away from this attack.
Perfect. And so one thing I forgot, the leading player should go first, and we should go in player order. Okay. So Fabby, don't roll just yet.
Yeah.
Rand, what trait are you going to use, and how is that going to manifest?
I think I'm also going to use body.
Okay,
and
perfect.
Since I'm quite good at blending into the background and not getting noticed as much, so I'm probably just going to kind of dodge around a little bit.
Awesome.
Should I roll 8?
Your character starts with more, right? Your character starts with, that's your trait or your quirk.
That's
then yes,
my
you'll start
quality.
You will start with 8 then. So you will roll 8 dice. You roll however many are in your dice pool.
Great. I'm going to roll it with the online dice roller because I can't see anything.
Because we went for spooky vibes, which means not productive for any of us, but it would look great.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to roll 8d6. And I rolled a 20.
Excellent. And does it give you the individual numbers, which die rolled which number?
I rolled a 3, 6, 3, 4, and 4 ones.
Perfect. So you said 3, 4, 6, and then 4 ones?
Mm-hmm.
So how many were over a 4?
Does 4 count?
Over? Yes,
2
or over.
2.
What is your body?
1.
Perfect. All right. So then you succeeded because you rolled more successes. So your trait, the monster, you had to beat 4. You got more than 1, 4, or higher. So you succeed. So you slip and you dodge and you don't get hurt, which is fantastic. Then the camera pans to see what Cindy is doing. Cindy, go ahead and roll for me there.
I'm gonna roll. Okay, that's a 2 and a 1. 4, 2, 4, 6. Okay. I'm writing those down.
The 2, 1, 4, 2, 4, 6.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 3 successes, which is better than your body of 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, perfect. You also succeed with your cheerleading flips and such. Who is driving this car? Which one of the four of us has won our license and a car?
I thought maybe Birdie, because like I established that she doesn't usually drive.
Yeah, I'm not very happy about this because there are people
Mhm.
in my car,
Mhm.
but it's apparently we're doing this and I am probably drinking while driving, but
Mhm.
we are beyond that at this point.
Yeah, I think I
Teenagers,
probably
we're invincible.
Yeah, I probably like bribed you with some alcohol or something to drive me and my dealer to and our friend to the party or to the pumpkin patch. Like, come on, I'll buy you whatever you want. I have a fake ID. I'll get you whatever you want.
Yeah, it's
I
a
just don't have a
living.
car. Yeah.
Fantastic. And we see Birdie get in the front seat and peel out of there. So we all succeeded. So you did the thing, you resolved the scene there. And just make sure I'm not missing anything. Perfect. So now that you've succeeded on that, you're going to pick one other character in this scene. So one of the three of you, but really either Bertie
Yeah.
or Cindy. And you're going to have that player lose one of their dice, which means lose one of their life. So right now it looks like you two are both losing a life here. There are two people in the scene and you have to pick someone who wasn't you.
So yeah. If you have to pick someone that wasn't us and it has to be one of us two, then yeah, we're both losing a life. So
Yeah.
we have one less dice to roll then, right?
Yep. That
I'll
is
write
correct.
that down.
Okay.
I'm down to 5 dice.
Perfect. All right. And now, Rand, you're going to be our leader or our director here. Cindy, you are officially in the lead player seat. So, Rand, go ahead and roll 2 dice for me. And then I don't want to look at this, but starting on page 44 will be the scene list.
Okay. So this is an 8.
Perfect. And then look at the scene. There may be a part that says, like, don't read. Like, if, say, like, director, like, the director part you don't read out loud. So look at scene 8 there. Read what we need to know. And then frame Fabby in there.
Physical activity. Uh,
You can read the
Setup.
setup, but don't read the director note there.
The characters engage in some sort of physical activity that requires strength and brawn. They might build or repair something. They might play a sport. The activity should have some sort of end goal other than just doing the thing. So, is it just dealer's choice? I can tell you whatever is happening? Great.
What is our physical activity?
So the long shot of the movie pan out, you see the car kind of drives along the country road and all of a sudden it goes like it breaks down and it got stuck in a muddy puddle. And we have to get out of there and push it.
Fantastic. So that is that everyone in the scene? Does it just say the characters?
I don't know if somebody else is gonna walk by from the field because it's an open field. I'm assuming there might be people who are around who happen to be there. But currently it's me, Fabby, and Cindy. Cindy and Cindy's dealer, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also your character Tess, right?
Cassandra's in the car too, but
Yeah,
she's not going to be
Cassandra.
helpful, but she'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
So the lead
And it
player is
gets-
Cindy.
Yeah. I
As it
think
gets
Cindy.
stuck. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go for it.
As it gets stuck, Cassandra just like sighs really deeply and she's like, seriously, we were supposed to be there 25 minutes ago. And I get being fashionably late because, of course, but like, Cindy, I drove with you because I heard that you were cool. And the driver you hired, she's just being the worst.
Just, I'm having a drink here.
Yeah, you have a drink. F350, you want to help me push?
Yeah, anything to get out of this car.
Yeah, okay, come on. And I think as we're getting out, it's like, do you have a pre-roll? Can you something up while we push? And I think she had come in her cheerleader outfit because it was right after school or right after a game or something. So she very quickly puts. I think she turns behind you while you're maybe lighting up something and just takes it off to reveal a tank top underneath and shorts. And she I think she throws them at your character's face, Tess. Throws the cheerleading outfit. Just hold on to that so it doesn't get full of mud. And yeah, she starts pushing.
Everybody's gotta help. Cassandra, you wanna get out here? I'm gonna try to hotwire this.
I'm gonna get out and just sigh really dramatically and put one hand on the back of the bumper and not push at all.
That's
really
fine.
just resting one limp wrist on the bumper of the car.
And I think Cindy's like, why do the hot ones always have to be bitches? Fuck up. She's pushing, regretting her choices and crushes at this moment.
So how does using stuff work in this game again?
So when you use your stuff, you automatically get one success in that scene. So if your body is 3, and you need to get 3 successes, then you will automatically have one of those 3. So you can use it early, you can save it till later, but you can only use your stuff twice. You can use the same stuff twice, but you can only use stuff twice throughout the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything else we need to do before we roll our check here to see if we succeed on getting this car out?
Yeah. I'm good.
1, 2, 3, push. Is it one of you on each side?
I think at this point Cindy's in the back, knees up to knees in mud, just sweaty, hungry, frustrated, just pushing. Trying to use that lower body strength she has.
Perfect. Ran on the scene there. It'll say the TN, the target number. It'll say, I'm guessing this one is body, but the trait TN, what is that number there?
It's 4.
4? Okay, perfect. So then we all have to roll more 4s than our target number there, or than our body. So, Fabby, you're going to roll first.
Yeah, I have 5 dice. That's 2 6s. That's a 5 and a 2. That's a 5 and a 2. So yeah, my body is 2, and I got well, I roll an extra pair of dice. So yeah, I got 2 5s and 2 6s and a 2.
Perfect. So you succeed on that.
Yeah.
And then next we're gonna have Tyrone. You'll roll your die.
Yeah. So my body is 3, and the target number is 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if I need literally one more success. So can I burn a use O stuff?
Absolutely, if you want to succeed on that.
Sure. So yeah, Rutherford is like trying and failing to get this thing to catch and go out of the ditch, and they're like they lean on the bumper of the car and they start to roll, and like there's a pause and there's like a fuzzy VHS like cut, and it's like the producers have an argument about if they can risk the R rating for having somebody actually use weed on screen. So cutting back to the film, F-350 is leaned up on the truck or on the car and is about to lick the paper and leans in a way that gets the car out of the ditch but spills the weed just all over their chest.
Oh no! So that was a success for you too. And now I roll. I'm at 6 life, so I gotta roll 6 die. And my body is 2. Those are both fails. 1 success so far. I lost a die. Alright, I failed. So I think the car starts to move, and my hand is limply resting on it, and I don't think it's going to. So then it moves, and I just fall in the dirt.
Cool.
Just like let out this like. Ah! Then look at the shorts that like the chilling outfit that Cindy gave me. Immediately just start like taking off my like top and my pants and start putting on Cindy's clothes. Because this is a horror comedy, we do need to get some gratuitous nudity.
Yeah, you just see in the background of the scene, you get like a shot of Cindy going beet red. Like, okay, no, this was worth it. Okay, no, yeah, she's a bitch, but damn. Anyways,
all right. So I failed. Rand, you don't have to roll because you were the director of this scene. So I failed, so I'm gonna lose 1. I'm down to 5 life here. And then you 2 succeeded, so you both pick one other person in the scene to lose a die.
What happens when you completely die?
You get wrapped. So when you get down to 1 die, you get wrapped. You get to narrate your death scene, and then you become a producer.
Okay. It feels appropriate that it's gonna be you, Tess, at least for me.
That feels right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm done 4. And what about you, F-350? Who are you picking?
Great name.
Such a good name.
Yeah. I was anticipating losing a die on that one. Let's go with Fabby, just because I feel like there's one more good check with all these characters that we need to get out.
Yeah. Okay, that brings me down to 4.
Perfect. And just so everyone knows, Act 1 is going to end either when 1 character has been wrapped or when 2 characters are at 3 life or less.
Okay.
So if we drop down and we have both Fabby and I, for instance, at 3 characters or less, we move to the second act, which is kind of like action of the thing. So Cindy, or Fabby, you are our director now. Go ahead and roll 2 dice for me.
Yeah, it's me. I want to check a thing real quick. Sure. Give me 1 second. I want to look at. Cool. I rolled 2 dice. That's a 3 and a 6. What
so then
page should I go to? Yeah.
44 is where that starts, and you're gonna look for for scene 9.
44.
And then you'll read the scene title and you'll read the setup, but you do not need to read what the director says there, the director's rule. And 350, you're our lead character here, so you are definitely in this scene. anyone else can jump in depending on what they say in the scene. It may be that everyone's in. It may be you choose one person to be in it.
Okay, I read the setup, right? The characters investigate a strange or unexpected noise. The strange noise is never a cat. The director plays the part of the noise.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, so I think the moment we managed to push the car out, we just hear this chittering that feels like it's coming all around us.
I'm going to I'm going to immediately throw my arms dramatically around Cindy for protection.
The redness increases. I think she even puts an arm around your waist, oh, it's okay, probably. So cicadas, maybe?
I think it's worthwhile to note that Cindy's cheerleading outfit is a little too snug for Cassandra. Just to really spice it up there. Again, horror comedy, gratuitous.
I like the idea of Cassandra being taller than Cindy. So she has her like this and her face red, and then Cassandra's chest, and she's like, "Don't look, don't look,
That's
do
exactly
not."
It.
Okay.
Birdie
Noise? What
Mother's
noise?
Worst gig ever.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's actually walk 10 steps behind me. I don't want people thinking we're friends.
I thought we were friends.
I mean, not here, bro.
I give you. It's not to spend so much time with you when I buy weed from you. Is that not what friendship is?
How alarming is that noise? Should we?
I think it's getting louder and louder. Yeah. I think it's slowly making it hard for y'all to hear each other.
Okay.
And whenever you're ready, you're gonna have to investigate this with a brains roll.
All right. Birdie is gonna grab some tissue paper, stuffing her ears, and try to lightly but cautiously look at, feel where the noise is coming from, and sort of see what might be causing it.
Cassandra is going to investigate with her smarts by pushing Cindy towards the sound and using Cindy as a shield while she looks. In the most I'm just shifting a little bit and chest in face moving you along.
But good. Okay.
So while it is brains, it's really just using your body as a shield in case of any attacks. And how is F350 gonna brains it up here?
I am going to. I imagine that we have a bit of a clearing before we hit tall grass or alfalfa or whatever.
Yeah, I think there's some tall grass near y'all, but you can't really see it, but it feels like that's where the noise is coming from.
So I think I'm approaching the grass line with my phone light on. I'm not invoking stuff on it, but I'm gonna make this brains roll to see if I notice something is amiss before I get too far in.
Yeah. So who's the main character of the scene?
That would be me.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me that brains roll.
What's the target number? Because
4.
Okay, I'm probably gonna fail this because my brain's target or my stat is 4. So
It's just 5 and 6s.
You can have 4 too. So 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah.
A 50% chance.
Yeah, 4 2. 50% of the time, all the time.
oh crap! Yeah, that's 2 2s, but then it's a pair of 4s, a 5, and a 6.
Yeah, that's 4.
Hell yeah.
So I think Rutherford gets about a meter
Mhm.
from the
The
grass
noise?
line, and sees a bunny and is like, turns the phone camera on and gets kind of close. Is like, hey, yeah, check it out. It's just a bunny, and gets like the turn with like the bloody little
Mhm.
rabbit maw.
I think like the thing that you see is that there's this bunny, and then behind it there's another mass of bunnies, and then before we reveal what's there, who's next? Is it Tess?
That would be me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my body, or sorry, we're doing brains. My
Brains.
brain is 3, and I have 4 dice. So let's see
Okay.
how this goes. 1 success, 1 failure. Let's hope the other 2 are successes. Nope. Okay, so we got 2 successes, 2 failures. I'm gonna use my stuff on this one.
Yeah.
I have a diary that is full of proclamations of love for the monster. Which means I clearly know what's about to happen.
Mhm.
And I think I have the diary, like, I've taken off the clothes that I was carrying and holding, and like have it like wrapped up under my arm. And I'm going to nick the corner of Cindy's like shoulder with like basically give her a paper cut, knowing that the bunnies are attracted to blood and therefore won't be attracted to me. They will be attracted to her instead. So I succeeded on that.
Yeah. And before I say what happens here, how about Birdie? Ran.
I've got 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6.
What's your brain threshold?
2.
Okay, no, yeah, you succeeded.
Solid success.
So I
Yeah.
think first, Birdie, tell me, did you approach or did you stay far away? How did you what did you do when the grass was there?
I sort of kind of scanned the grass and see if there's any chunk of it that's moving or vibrating, and I kind of found a spot that's near it but definitely not moving, and I kind of squeeze through it and see what's going on.
Yeah, so I think you see that same bunny that F-350 saw, and then F-350, when you look at that bunny and you shine the light, and then you see the bunch of bunnies behind it. And when you shine the light, not acting like bunnies, like if they were cockroaches or insects, they just spread everywhere, and we see the remainings of an arm that they were all munching on. And I think that's when Cassandra nicks Cindy, causing the one lone bunny who was there before to turn its attention towards her.
Can I throw something in because this is a horror comedy?
Yeah.
I think they have chewed off all of the fingers except our middle finger.
Great.
Of our clone arm there, just for comedic effect.
I think whoever this hand was had knuckle tattoos, and they definitely have an F in the middle finger, and then there's a U somewhere else in another finger, like in the corner, like separate.
Also, I think when the bunny like launches to attack you, I'm just gonna like pick it and like protect you and just be like, so scary.
Yeah, that's That's weird. We should get back. We should get back in the car. I don't think I like this. And I think she like grabs you by the hips and like starts pushing it towards the car.
Yeah, I'm backing towards the car with like a lighter at one grab it. Just
yeah.
I love that we all have props. I love that we all were like not even talking about it, but we all brought props. That's fun.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
nice.
I did that.
Yeah.
This is such a B movie that there's just like an escalatingly obvious pile of hats that I'm going to switch out every time I'm in a scene.
Hell yeah.
Sprinting back to the car and like smashing the door real hard.
Yeah, and I think Cindy's like, get in, drive. I think Cindy like tells F350 just get in the front. Me and Cassandra will get in the back. Go.
And while we're in the back seat, there is not canoodling, but like that Cindy's a little bit shy and nervous, and Cassandra is not. Hand directly on the upper thigh. Like,
Cindy is like wildly oscillating from shy, awkward, nervous, scared, but also like horny teen, like crush him. Wearing my clothes, that's so cute. Killer bunny with the bunny eating an arm. So she's going through a lot right now. I think you just see her like reach out to her purse and grab like her pills and just like grab and like, oh, is she getting drugs? She just gets 3 tablets of estradiol, puts it under her tongue, and she's like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I need an extra big dose tonight.
Actually, I need to take my estradiol too. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, take your pills, everyone.
It's props. And the next scene. Oh no, wait.
Yeah,
we all succeed.
Yeah, because you use your stuff, right?
You use stuff to push it. So that's 2 of us succeeded, and
3
and when you use your stuff, do you automatically succeed? Like even if
one
you
more
get
success.
1 success,
didn't you need 2 more?
Needed 1 more.
Okay, cool.
My body was, or my brains were 3, and I got 2 successes, 2 fails.
I needed 4 and rolled it.
Oh yeah. So next thing is choosing, right? Each one of you chooses someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't count since I was the director, so it's between you 3.
So Tyrone, who are you taking away health from?
I think I'm gonna go with you, Tess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Just because if I have to make a tough choice from now on, I'm deciding that the producer I'm role playing is extremely conservative and decides that like all of us have to go for some deviance.
Great.
This is a classic horror movie. The slut can't live.
Yeah, no, like the slut's gotta die, the stoner's gotta die. Like,
really, I think the only innocent one we've had, I guess, Cindy and Birdie are both pretty innocent so far. Cindy is uncomfortable. Well, I guess not uncomfortable, but nervous about the physical contact.
Yeah.
All right. So then I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to take a die away from Rutherford there because they know too much. They got video of that bunny. And as the monster's helper, I cannot have that. Because the bunnies are about to crash this party we're going to. And if people find out they're killer bunnies, they might leave. The bunnies need to feast.
Every once in a while, like not a montage, but like a running cut is Rutherford going through their phone and trying to send the video to everybody. Never once, like, because you can't delete it because this is a burner phone, like hovers over emergency services and just like skips past it to the next person.
We need that.
There's never like the police never make anything better. So
Yeah.
why?
Honestly. Although the idea of cops being eaten by killer bunnies sounds good to me for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next up, Fran, who are you taking your dice away from, or their dice away from?
I am probably gonna also go with you.
Yeah,
Because I'm
sense.
just been watching and I don't know if I noticed or if I think I noticed that you were, nicking
Mhm.
Cindy a little bit over there, and like that's kind of sus.
Yeah, that's
I
totally
don't know
fair.
what's going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down to 2 life here.
Oh no.
Oh, wait. No, 3. 3. I can do
3.
math. Nope. No, I'm down to 2. Yep. I could really have been keeping something. I'm down to 2 life. When I hit 1, my character is wrapped.
If I'm down to 4.
Kind of.
I'm down to 4. If I hit one more, then we're down to the next act.
Nice. So then, Tyrone, you are the director. So you're going to roll 2d6 and pop up our next scene there.
And I believe you're the main character, Cassandra?
I'm the main character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That figures. That's the time I roll 2 6s.
Oh.
Then what is our 12 scene?
Montage.
We love a montage.
All characters are involved in this scene, including the directors. The lead player describes a montage that involves all characters. The lead player then makes a trait check dictated by the director based on the montage. If the trait check fails, the lead player loses a die as normal. If the trick succeeds, the director loses a die.
Ooh, fun. Love that one. I think the montage is us finally getting to the party at this pumpkin patch. And we just get some shots of teenagers and us doing things. So I think we see Sandra definitely first goes to the popular kids, and we've got red solo cups full of mysterious liquid.
Mm-hmm.
I will not say that it's booze because I'm a good Christian girl.
Mm-hmm.
But it's booze. And just see drinking. But Cassandra is kind of just looking around apprehensively around the room. Around the area. I think you've commandeered the truck where the pumpkin patch would be. The pumpkin, the hayride. We're all just sitting up there judging people from afar and drinking. Fabby, what about you? Where is Cindy during this?
I think Cindy is in Birdie's car, just watching Cassandra from afar, drinking a beer she got somewhere, and just in her tank top and shorts, black shorts, just drinking, being what am I doing here? I thought I came here with my friends and the girl I like, but the girl I like is gone with my uniform, and my friends are saying they just hang out with me because I pay them for their goods and services. I don't drinks more. Thought we were just helping each other out. They needed money. I have parents who feel very, very protective over me because of the whole trans thing, so they give me a lot of money, and I needed their car and their weed. So is this not friendship? Just drinking, sulking,
amazing. Ran, what is Birdie doing?
was gonna spend some time in her car, but Cindy needed the space, so Birdie is gonna like go to the corner, sit on one of the pumpkins, and like drinking and trying to avoid her crush, who is apparently here at this party, not expected. So she's basically doing her book report. That's due like 2 weeks from now, because that's better than talking to people. 'Cause she's, just there.
And Tyrone, what is F350 doing?
Yeah, so I think the drinks are coming out of the kids like having commandeered the like apple cider storefront. So what F350 does is actually I find like the candied apple, like one of the standalone carts, and I'm carrying like this little soft
Chill.
like plastic toolbox, because as I explained to Birdie earlier, branding is important in this line of work. And there are just like it's the Hollywood mix of like, if you know what you're looking for, like this is all vitamins and Excedrin and shit, but
Right.
it is like the drug dealer kit for a slasher flick.
There's some Flintstone gummies for some reason in the corner.
Yeah,
Like that's Fred's face. That's just Fred's face.
yeah, it's like there's some statins in there for some reason. Just like there's half a roll of Rolaids in one of the like tins. It's all over the place.
Oh my god.
Kids are tripping on Rolaids nowadays.
In my day, we just used Robitussin, like,
Ironically, there's a trailer full of real drugs that the producers are on somewhere else.
Right, as this montage ends, I'm gonna, like, wander away from my, like, popular group, and, like, I think there's a gate to, like, where the hayride goes, like, the, like, hayride itself is, like, fenced in, and I'm just going to casually kick the gate open as I'm walking past it. I am using my trait, which is creepy is as creepy does. Describe your weirdness during the scene. You automatically succeed your trait check. So I don't even have to roll. F350, lose a die.
Nice. I was going to call something like that anyway, and so yeah, I lose a die, and that's scene end, right?
You're down to 4, right?
Correct.
You got 4. Ryan, are you still at 8?
No.
7?
7.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I got 2.
Yeah.
I am our director, so
No, I was talking about this with my read through with on my Discord. Is like, I love that this game kind of lets you pick your difficulty. If somebody goes reluctant hero sidekick duo, they can kind of easy mode this game, but you have to coordinate it.
right. All right.
Do we give out dice for that scene or no?
No, that is
No.
just myself and the director.
Cool.
Yeah, it's lead versus director. It looks like.
Cool.
All right, so I rolled a 10, which the scene is flirt. So my lead player is Birdie. Birdie, you mentioned that your crush is here.
That's gonna be fun.
Can invite up to 2 other players if you would like to invite them. One is going to be the recipient of your crush, and one is going to be observing from afar. Or you can just do this scene on your own. Or you can have like someone be like, you're observing from afar while I flirt with my crush here. Who do you want in the scene with you?
I'm assuming my crush is actually into Cindy, so take it how you will.
Love a love triangle. All right, so you've got Cindy in the scene with you, who you're going to be flirting with. And then do you want F350 to be like chilling and watching?
No,
Or do you want it to be just the 2 of you?
I thought I was watching, and her crush has a crush on me. Her crush, the NPC, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry, I totally misunderstood.
Yeah.
Perfect. So then, yeah, we've got 2 players in here. Hey, Birdie, what's your crush like?
Uh, he's a local baker, so he always smells like bread. Um, yeah, that's really about it, you know?
That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
His name is Doe. It's actually Douglas, but he
God.
goes by Doe.
Amazing.
I hate
Perfect.
you.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm telling Icy.
No, I'm a huge fan of that.
And what is the book that you're doing the book report on?
It's Cersei. You know, we get to
Alright.
choose our books, but you know, I picked Cersei because it's a great book.
Progressive teacher.
Yeah.
And Doe comes over and he's like, "Oh, Cersei, I just read Song of Achilles. Like, I haven't read Cersei yet. Is it any good?"
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would say. Oh hi.
Oh, sorry. I just, me, when I'm baking my bread, I just have got so much time to sit and read and always looking for good book recommendations.
Well, this is a good one.
Awesome. That's great. Hey, you haven't been here for long. You all arrived kind of late.
Yeah, we had to we gotta stop to get gas, and then um there were some bunnies. Have you seen them?
Wow, but bunnies are cute. Like, that's rad.
Not the ones we met. They were, you know, they were really not cute. I mean, I guess they were cute, but they were also um carnivorous, I think.
Oh,
So
that's
watch.
rad.
No, that's not rad at all. That's
Huh. Is that why Cindy had blood on her arm?
um yeah, I mean, if you want to go check on Cindy, we can do that instead.
To Cindy still sulking in the car, looking at the distance because she no longer can see Cassandra. Just like,
And he's like, "Oh no, I don't want to check on her. I just what do you know about her?"
Um she paid me to drive over here. You know, I wasn't gonna come over, but she seems nice. I didn't really know her that much.
He like leans down and puts his hand like on your arm and he's like, "And I am so glad that you did. Otherwise Cindy wouldn't be here."
Yeah,
And
that's correct.
I think he like looks over at the car and is like, "Damn, she looks good in a tank top." And that is where this scene is going to end. So you both have to make a mouth roll. Your target number is 3.
Ooh,
How do you emotionally make it out of this scene?
I am so bad at this.
what's my mount? I think my mount's good. I think it's a 1.
Imagine that, and yours is not great.
So
Yeah, my mount's 1. So 5, 6, 3, 1. So
do I need
got
to
3.
roll? Do I just need 4 successes or 5?
What's your mouth?
4.
You need
4
4.
successes. Yep. And the
Okay.
target number is 3, so you'd have to get 4 dice more than 3.
Oh, then I succeed. Then I succeed. Okay. I got 2 3s, a 4, 5, and 2 6s and a 1.
Perfect. Okay, so then Fran, how does Birdie survive this scene emotionally?
Really messy. Probably won't be able to finish my book report tonight. Because I'm just gonna be thinking about bread for the rest of the night, and maybe not go back to the bakery to buy sourdough for the next 2 weeks. But I'll get back there eventually, and maybe um definitely not gonna cry about it. That's not my vibe. Okay, yeah.
All right, and Fabby, how does Cindy survive the scene emotionally?
I think Cindy has finished her beer. She's trying to balance it in her forehead as she lays in the back. And she lays across the hood of Burry's car, kind of just trying to balance the beer in her forehead, just oblivious of everything that's going on, but maybe feeling a little bit better about the whole thing. Maybe a little bit drunk about the whole thing with Cassandra. I was like, maybe she left and she's on her way here. That's why she left the popular kids. Maybe.
Perfect. And then you each choose another character in the scene
Yeah.
to lose a dice, which means you each lose one here.
Which means we're on to Act 2.
Act 2! Act 2 ends when half the characters...
Losing my cheese here.
Rest in peace, cheese.
Yep.
Act 2 ends when
Dice.
either two of us are wrapped or all of us are at 3 life or less.
Mhm.
So basically, we need to fucking kill Rad if we want to get to Act 3. I'm just saying, if we want to get there, we gotta wrap this shit fast.
Well, go for it.
And Rand, you are our director in our first scene in Act 2. Act
right.
2 scenes start on what page? 47? Yes, on page 47.
47. Let me just go there first.
And you'll roll 2 die, add them together, and do the thing.
I rolled a 7. And that would be monster attack. Refer to monster for trait checks and TNS. Set up a scene that makes sense based on what has come before. You choose when the monster attack. All right. So my lead character is Cindy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Close up on Cindy lying on the hood of Birdie's car. And there's sound of cricket and light from fireflies around, kind of floating across her face. And she kind of hear from a distance approaching a little kind of chittering sound.
Yeah, I think she stands up, dropping the can of beer from her forehead, and starts looking around. Wait, it's the sound from earlier.
And Rand, who else is in this scene?
And meanwhile, Cassandra was just coming back from the gates and sort of
letting the bunnies in. So
letting, and where was F350 just now?
Kind of center of the party dealing. So if you want kind of a character update, at like a closed and covered like candy apple cart, and has been telling everybody, by the way, that we ran into bloodthirsty rabbits. We saw them eating like an arm, like a human arm, and all that's happened is I've made a ridiculous amount of money.
And okay, I don't have a good reason for F350 to come back here immediately, so it's just gonna be the two of you. And Cassandra is sort of going back towards the car, I think,
Mm-hmm.
for reasons unknown. Because who knows what she's thinking, really, at this point.
Right.
But
I know what I'm thinking. I am fully like, all right, the bunnies are going to attack, and I am ready to to start this. And I'm like, you know who's a good target? Fucking Cindy, because she's all alone over here.
He really is. You know, Birdie is talking to the baker, and Cindy
Mm-hmm.
is on the car. So,
Mhm.
and as the bunny kind of slowly but nimbly approach Cindy, that's sort of the bunny essentially is going to hop onto the car and try to kind of snap at you.
Yeah.
And that's when the
Awesome.
monster attack.
So the Fabby, you go first on this. How do you want to defend yourself from the monster? Body, brains, mouth, or spirit?
I think this is a body roll. This is like a quick
Okay.
reflex of hearing the bunny land behind her and then like moving as the bunny snaps and just like missing her. Hopefully.
Fantastic. So then your target number is 3, and then you have to roll however many successes your body has.
Yeah, I need. I believe I need 2. I'm double checking. Flipping back to where my body is. I'm always flipping back to where my body is. Yeah, 2. I need 2 successes. Target is 4.
Mm-hmm.
2 5s. I have only 1 more dice. 2 5s and a 3, but 2 5s do it.
Oh, sorry, and your target number was 3, so you beat it.
My target number was 2.
Nice. So do the thing. How do you avoid it?
Yeah, I think she falls backwards into the ground, I think, and like the bunny just like misses her, and then like it keeps going because like, oh well, I didn't get this one, just it keeps going straight and probably gets like a random party. They're like, oh, bunny, and the bunny runs up its leg and bites this guy's face off, and
Fantastic.
we start hearing the screams.
And then I'm also going to use a body because I see Cindy fall out of view of anybody else. And this is a really great moment for me to grab my big-ass knife. And I'm going to roll first to see if I have to. But we'll see what I'm planning on using this dice for, but I'm essentially going to pin her down as much as needed. So I have 2 dice. I have to succeed on both of them. Target number is 3. Got 1 success. I got 1 fail, so I am going to use my second stuff to get that second success. I'm going to take this knife and stab it through her hand into the ground and just pin you there.
Yeah, I think she yells and like, not into knife play!
I'm gonna stop you from yelling by pressing my lips against yours. I'm just like...
Very confused! Is this what she's into?
Really?
And then I'm gonna stand up with your hand still pinned to this like gravel ground. I'm gonna like toss my hair and walk away just like whistling.
What the fuck?
We both succeeded,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which means we both lose a dice,
Oof.
which means
Yeah.
my character is wrapped.
I'm down to 2, yeah. What happens when the
So,
character's wrapped?
this is my final scene now. I get to narrate how my character dies. So I actually don't think I walk away. I have you like pinned down and like stopped you from like screaming by kissing you. And then I like pull back and I'm like, the bunnies will feast now. It's like wild fucking eyes.
Oh,
And I like
no.
lean back so the bunnies can attack you. The bunnies are circling us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, my friends. There. Then they launch, and I think they're going to go after you, but they just start ripping me to shreds. I'm just like yelling, like, no, she's the one. No, it's her. I'm here to help you. And just devoured.
And Cindy's face just loses all the blood and starts trying to rip off the knife of her hand and just looks at you, looks at the bunnies, and starts running.
And for comedic purposes, I do think the last thing we see as I'm getting like devoured by bunnies, like head's covered, stomach is covered, legs are covered. The last thing we see is just her chest. And then it gets covered by bunnies as well. And I think this is a really good time to do a quick pause here. Because in case anyone is just joining the stream, we do have some really cool things going on.
Yeah.
Right after this, we have Otherware, GM'd by Charlie, running Monster Hearts 2. So if this is not enough angsty, horny teenagers for you, stick around. There's more coming. And then after that, we will have Crumpet from Moon Harbor Extended, running a Final Fantasy fishing stream, Final Fantasy 14 fishing stream. That's a lot of alliteration. And before we get there, we have 40 minutes left on the art raffle. So any donation of $5 or more will get you one entry into a raffle to win a custom commission from Kathy from Dice Comics of a character, whether yours or someone else's, from Bust Up. And we're going to cut back in. My character just died, which means I just became a producer. So I get producer points equivalent to the number of players still left at the table. So I get 3 producer points. For the audience, here's what you can use a producer point for. I'm going to scroll and find it because it's somewhere. I'm really good at this. I can rewrite a character at any point, which means I can force a player to use the trait I want them to use as opposed to the one they want for a monster attack. I can increase the stakes, which means I can increase the target number to 5 for any trait check. I can use a positive audience test, which is to force one character that is not currently in a scene to enter the scene. Negative audience test, which is take someone from the scene, make them leave before the trait checks are made. I cannot choose the lead character. Prop budget cuts. I can essentially be like, hey, your stuff is going to fail you. Or effects budget cuts. When a player describes something that require a lot of money in a movie, force them to revise the description to be cheaper. That one is just narrative, but there's some mechanical effects to everything else. I can still direct, I just am no longer in the game as a character, because Cassandra, the monster's helper, betrayed by her own hubris and devoured by the bunny rabbits. And that means, Abby, you are our director now, and we finally get to catch up with F350 and see what they're up to.
Let me roll that dice. Oh, that's 2. 2 ones. I believe... Let me see what that was. Yeah. I have my monitor set up all weird. So when I need to go from one monitor to the other, I would normally go right to left, but I move them for this. So I have to go left to right, and it messes me up every time. Act 2. Cool. Cutaway attack. Special trait check. So the lead player chooses characters to be in the scene as normal, but leaves at least one character out. Everyone in the scene plays out a scene based on idea determined by the director. Then the lead player reveals that a character not in the scene is attacked by the monster. This can be the director's character if the lead player wants. That player makes a trait check per normal monster attack rules. If the trait check fails, they lose a die as normal. If the trait check succeeds, the lead player loses a die.
So then, Tyrone, who's going to be in the scene with F350 here? Is it going to be Cindy or Birdie?
Birdie's a loner, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Birdie still has 6 dice.
6.
That is true.
I have 2. Yeah.
If you lose one more, you're wrapped.
So either way.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, and help me out with this scene structure. So, is the person that's off screen the one that's most likely to lose die in this situation?
Yes.
Either you or that person, depending on how they roll.
Yeah. And
I think narratively how this works, it would work best with Birdie.
Sure.
If Birdie is in or out of the scene?
Is in the scene because I'm going to invoke my charismatic silver tongue. And how I think this works is before making the check, I get to remove myself from the scene. So I think what's going on is Birdie runs up to my cart while I've got this crowd that's just kind of like gathering to hear me repeat this story for the 18th time. He's like, no, seriously. And then Birdie runs up and like says that the bunnies are attacking, and everybody laughs again. And I'm like, no, you know what? And just like slams the roll that I've accumulated down. It's like, if anybody wants to like circle the barn with me, like if I'm lying, this money is yours. And the brunt of the crowd like circles one way with me and leaves Birdie to like go the other way while we're looking for Cindy. And I'm removing myself because I effectively have a giant party of teenagers around me.
Yeah, and I think when you're going the other way, Birdie, you see or you hear something and you end up being like kind of being chased into the barn. Like maybe you close the door and then you don't see anything, but you just hear the hits of something hitting the wall. Yeah, and then I guess it cuts away to me.
And Fabby, that means you have to roll a monster's attack. So what trait are you using to protect yourself from these bunnies here?
I am
You would know this, just so you know. Target number for body is 3. Target number for mouth is 3. Spirit is 4. Brains is 5. So if you're trying to outsmart the bunnies, it's going to be the hardest for you to do.
What was mount? 3?
3. Yep.
Yeah, I think she's actually gonna do mount because she's injured, she's hurt. The bunnies were all like surrounding her. I think she's just gonna be like, No, just kill me or leave. I don't know what's going on. She's like holding her hand close to herself and like, kill me or leave, and she yells at them. I'm gonna roll my 2 dice. I need 1 success. That's a 5 and a 6.
So that means Tyrone, a 350 is going to lose a dice there.
I actually can't lose a die in this scene.
Oh, because you left
Yeah.
the scene.
So does that mean that no one loses a die?
Nobody loses a die during this.
Yeah. Very well.
Except I'm going to use a producer point and use my positive audience test and force F350 back into the scene. The group of teenagers was circling, and you hear.
Does that cancel out the entire thing? Because my die not moving is a part of that effect.
So your thing is you leave the scene and you can't get hurt, right?
No one can reduce your life pool as a result of trait checks in this scene.
Yeah, so I added you back to that scene. So yes, it does negate that. You were out, but now you're back. I'm so sorry. I'm a monster.
Oh, no. I just wanted clarity.
So you are back in the scene. I think you hear Cindy yell out in pain and exasperation right as you all round the corner. And there are just dozens of bunnies there who see the group of teenagers and launch. And so 350 loses 1 health, but then Tyrone, you are our director now for our next scene.
Mm-hmm.
And because I am out, Ran is our new lead character.
And we are on 7, Monster Attack.
Ooh.
Run.
Set up a scene that makes sense based on what has come before. You choose when the monster attacks. So my lead character is Birdie.
Just walking around the barn, yo.
I'd like to throw out a suggestion that Doe is in this scene. I think Doe needs to be in the barn. Largely because I want Tyrone to play Doe.
All right. Yeah, so let's say that Rutherford is currently running away with the crowd. That'll free me up for Doe. I'm going to use the director ability to force Cindy into the scene by saying that Birdie and Doe hear her and come running.
Yeah. I assume Doe comes running and Birdie comes running after Doe.
Make sure he's okay. You're still alive. Good.
Yeah.
How's my car?
Cassandra's dead. He was sacrificing me to the bunnies, but then they turned on her and then they left.
Here. And I give you the boost.
She like grabs and takes a big swig. Okay, thank you. I guess we are friends. That's nice. Hey, what's your name again? Doug?
It's Doe, actually.
Doe. Sorry, Doe. We have English together, right?
I think so. Do you have it in the morning with Mitz Fitzsimmons?
No.
Oh, good. Me neither.
Okay. Okay, great, good. Can we leave? Do you have your keys to your car? Can we? Where's F350?
Well, he had everybody over here, and we thought that guy was high.
I think he was, but that's unrelated. Should we get in the car and drive around? Trying to find him?
The car is a bit far.
Okay.
Can we use the bakery truck?
Yeah, we have the bread truck.
Sure. Bread truck. You do bread? Okay. Bread truck. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Yeah. You choose when the monster attacks.
Yeah, I think. I think it attacks as we round the corner to get to the truck. Okay, yeah, we've. Oh God, yeah. So, yeah, it's Doe is leading the two of you around the corner and just says like, "Oh yeah, yeah, let's go get in the truck really quick. I just have to find my buddy. He had the keys, and I think he was right, like he probably just hooking up with somebody, but that's his glowy LED thingy." And runs out and he's like, "Hey, bro, come on, we gotta go," and like lifts, and it's just the arm with like
Great.
an LED glove on it.
No.
And we're calling the attack like there when you're within reach of the truck with now a herd of bunnies on you.
Cool. So we both do the roll?
Yeah, I think it's a you call.
I'm gonna do.
I have to go to the monster for trait checks.
Yeah.
So, body is 3, brains is 5, mouth is 3, and spirit is 4 are our target numbers.
Yeah.
I think we get a moment where we see the producers in their trailer just doing a line of cocaine. And one of the producers is like, wait, I've got a fucking great idea. What if fucking Birdie, Birdie has to outsmart the bunnies. It's like alliteration, Birdie bunnies. Yeah, Birdie can't use her body, can't use her mouth. Birdie's got to use those brains. See what she can do. See if that loner can use her book smarts. So you now hit a target number of 5. So however many brains you have. What's your brain there?
2.
So you have to get 2 successes, 5. So you have to roll 5 or higher.
Okay. I have 3 5s.
Right?
Yeah, that's it.
A 3 and a 1.
Hero's trying to fuck you over, and I guess I failed.
The bunnies are not that smart.
Yeah, just like second producer slams their hand on the desk, like, yeah, it's friggin' Birdie's brain buster against the bunnies.
He's taking out a bunch of blood carrots, like throwing them out.
Where did you get the blood? I don't worry about it.
It's ketchup. It's just ketchup.
It's ketchup, God. I think Cindy's gonna try to do body, and she's like swinging on one hand that pom pom, on the other hand that switchblade. She's like trying to swing at the bunnies as they launch. So I have 2 dice. That's a 6 and a 3. Target was 3, so I get 2 successes, which is what I needed. What happens now?
I guess we both lose a die.
I do.
Yeah,
Fabby, that means
it's
Cindy
1
is
die.
trapped here.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what's this scene?
Is there a page to go when a character dies or no?
Basically, you just get control of the scene. You narrate how your character dies, and then you're to get your producer points. So you'll get 2 producer points at this point.
I think she's swinging, but they start overwhelming her. She throws a pom pom to one, and then she like stabs one of them that's coming close to her, her knife, and then the third one hits, and the fourth one hits, and the fifth one hits, and they just get her. And she dies. And that moves us to Act 3.
We're on Act 3.
Meanwhile,
Act
Doe and
3.
Birdie are screaming.
They make it into the bread truck, though?
Just screaming inside of the bread truck, covered in flour.
All right. Act 3 ends when all but one of the characters are wrapped. So, Ran, right now you have 4 die left?
5.
5? You lost one of that last scene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So 5. And Tyrone, how many does F350 have left? 3. Okay, perfect. So I am director for this. And if we're going in order of the circle, Tyrone, F350 is going to be our lead character here. So we are going to start the next scene in Act 3. And I'm going to bet this is a monster attacks, because I just rolled a 7. It's a monster attacks.
We don't get a break.
No breaks. So I think for some reason, I don't think we know how this happened. You all throw open the door of the bread truck and take it inside, and F350 is just in there. Like, no idea how. Just is in the bread truck. And you two are both in this scene. F350, somehow you got away from this crowd of teenagers and bunnies. Can we get a quick flashback to find out how you did this and get into the bread truck?
Yeah, I think there was a scream and like no, actually, I think people just kind of like sort of dispersed after the party. Because we circled the barn and we heard somebody scream, but we didn't find anything. And then they're kind of soothing themselves, and you just kind of cut back to them like coughing in the middle of this empty field, and they look over and they notice that the bread truck is open, A, and B is like full of day olds. Just kind of like wanders into the truck and closes the door and then just like not even a cut. There's just a wipe, like the camera tilts, and then Birdie and Cindy come around the corner, and then it cuts back to F350 just coming out of the back of the truck between those like plastic sheet things with like a Danish in their mouth.
And Doe slams the door behind the two of you. As Birdie, you enter this truck where F350 just is.
You're alive?
Oh, her.
Hey.
Hey, where's Cindy at?
Cindy, the bunnies got her. Can I have a Danish?
Oh, that sucks. And nah, because this was the last one.
Fucking incredible.
So we're like
We should
We're going.
probably get out of here, maybe?
Yeah, Do, do you know where you're like where are we going?
I mean, we can just go. And he goes to turn the key in the ignition. And we just hear the like as the ignition does not start. And then you all look and see the hood of the bread truck starting to like vibrate, and then it springs open, and like dozens of bunnies just come jumping out of the engine.
Bro, your car is so disappointing.
Joe was like, "Whoa, this is my family car. This is our business here. Come on." God. I mean, now the girl that I like is dead. Which is a lot. And my car's dead. Ugh. It's even the point anymore, honestly. And he, being the dramatic teenager, sad bigger boy that he is, opens the door. The buddies come flooding in as the monsters attack. So how are you all fighting off these bunnies here? Let's start with Tyrone. How is F350 fighting off the bunnies?
I think Spirit's one of their harder stats, isn't it?
Spirit is 4, so you have to get 4 successes.
How many dice do you have left?
I have 3, so I would have to succeed on all of them.
And use your last stuff?
I'm wrong, sorry. 4 is your target number, so you have to get 4 or above. And then what's your spirit?
2.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you only need
successes.
2. Yeah.
And spirit is if you do something, if you solve it in a way that's like self-sacrificing or morally driven, right?
Or like force of will, right?
Conviction of your character.
Gale the bunny's high.
No, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I want to push Doe out of the way into the field, and yeah, F350 is just going to pull out a little one-hitter and is going to just like, as they're starting to like come out of the vents, because don't ask me why I know that's kind of what the route would be. And they're just going to like, fire a massive hit down this ventilation tube before I get eaten.
Oh my god.
Gotta get the bunnies high.
2 4s and a 5.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry, but as you roll that and as he's getting them high, the producer, who again has just done a line of cocaine and just like covered in white powder, is like, no, that's fucking immoral. Like you can't show people getting high in a movie.
2 5s and a 4.
2 5s and a 4. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. I
I
was gonna.
retract my statement.
Yeah, it was gonna push my next stuff use, but it's this stupid fancy die. I should have ejected it first.
And then Ran, how is Birdie gonna defend herself from these bunnies?
Well, Birdie is at this point more so trying to defend Doe, probably. So she's just gonna, punch the buddies.
Straight up body roll?
Straight up body roll.
All right. You have to roll higher than a 3 to succeed.
I succeed on all 5 of my dice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You get a scene of the bunnies getting stoned, and you're just punching them out of this truck here. And that means you both succeed, so you both lose a die.
That checks out.
I'm down to 2.
And again, this game ends when all but one person is wrapped. Ran, you would be the director next, but you also need to be the lead player. So, Fabby, you're going to be the director, and Ran, you're going to be our lead player.
Cool. In that case, let's see what's next in our. What I get in our little. Well, did I close the PDF? Fabby's very smart. I'm gonna. Well, you tell me what
I'll tell you
page
and
to
then
go.
you can
Yeah,
find it.
it's a 10.
A 10 in
Yeah, I
Act
think
3
I
is
closed it.
going to war. You arm yourselves to fight the monster physically.
Yeah.
Fabby, I will send you
Yeah.
this. I won't send you this.
Yeah.
I'll send you it privately.
Yeah. DM it to me.
Yep. So you all are preparing for war. What does that look like? Sorry, Fabby, what does that seem like?
Yeah, I think. Are you all still in the bread truck, or you got out? I can't remember.
I think we got out because
Yeah, I think you find a little shed, like a little small shed, not like a big barn, a small shed, a tool shed, and you end up in there, and you realize that all around you have machetes, you have pitchforks, you have even like a nail gun that has like a battery in it. You have all sorts of tools, and I think those like, no, I'm not. We're gonna get those bunnies. And I think he grabs like a pitchfork and it's like, we're gonna get those bunnies. I think also if F350 has ended up there, maybe you follow them after getting the bunnies high.
Yeah. That's something. Nah, I think it would just be the obvious. I think it is just it's grabbing like a yeah. I mean, we're in like a barn. It would just be like a. It's just like a garden hoe. Honestly, that's what
Hell yeah!
Did you just call me?
Shut up, Tess.
Yeah. So yeah, they're just there's the cloud of entry smoke is just like from the previous hotboxing section. Is like, yeah, they won't come in with the friggin' hoe over their shoulder.
I'm gonna sorry.
No, yeah. I was gonna ask you what does Birdie arm herself with?
I'm gonna grab like one of those sticks and then like tie a bunch of straw onto it with like a wire and then douse it with my liquor and ask
Oh hell yeah!
Ask F350 to like, can I get a lighter?
Yeah, I'll do that. And
Nice.
also, since from a game perspective, I know that I'm wrapped after this anyway. I'm just gonna go ahead and invoke my last use of stuff right now. We're gonna set up that we have all this money, and I've got one more text on this cell phone, so I'm gonna text some like other drug dealer that I owe a bunch of cash to and say that I have it.
Great.
So I'm going to use my last
Yeah.
producer point to prop budget cuts. I think you were so stoned when you went into that bread truck. Somehow you reach into your pocket to pull out your cell phone, and it's just half of a baguette.
Nice.
You just grab it and dial anyway. You're like, yeah, I got your stuff, man. Okay. See, yeah. See you. Yeah. See you in 15. Yeah.
I don't know if it's funnier for it to be a baguette or a dead rabbit.
God.
It's a dead rabbit with a baguette in its mouth.
Yeah.
Best of both
and
worlds.
I think when you hang up the rabbit is when a monster attack occurs. So yeah, this is I as the director I get to introduce a monster attack here. What I assume everyone gets to choose, right? Based on the stuff?
Everyone chooses their what they want to do
Trait.
with it.
Yeah. What trait is each of you using?
Literally does not matter for Tyrone.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is your 5-minute warning.
Cool,
Like,
cool.
I'm not going
This
to be
is the-
super strict, but just letting you know.
This is
Yeah,
gonna be
we're on the last scene, so
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
almost
okay,
done.
cool.
Yep.
characters
And
gonna
perfectly on
die
time.
here. Yeah.
Has to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pitch it to Birdie because I'm gonna go with Spirit to do the whole hold the door thing after this resolves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aw.
I
What about
mean,
you, Birdie?
we're gonna go out with a bang, right? So I'm gonna use spirit as well.
Okay. Then yeah, give me those rolls. Tessa-
Spirit's target number
yeah.
is 4, so you have to roll higher than a 4.
Super fail. Just roll a 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. I rolled a 1, 2, 3, 4, which is great. But anyway,
yeah. How many fails was that? For you, Birdie. How many successes did you need for your spirit?
I need 3.
Okay, so you only got 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe that means you lose 2 dice.
Okay.
And then the hero here who will have their tragic ending.
Aaron, can you narrate our wonderful F-350's last moments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, this flushes well with you failing this check. Because there's no way for me to get to 3 successes on a spirit. So I think Birdie is getting like overwhelmed, and I think she's got like 2 or 3 of them on her, and F-350 just like runs in with the hoe and cross checks her and tackles her into this like closet and slams the door, and you hear Doe and F-350 going down outside the door, and then like there's like a fade away, and when it comes back, you're opening the door, and it just kind of cuts in that stereotypical kind of like reggae beat, and it turns out that all of the bunnies that were eating on F-350 got absolutely high off of like the worst edible they could have eaten,
God.
and are just like incapacitated all over the floor.
All right, so Ran, you now get the choice. Does Birdie make it out of this alive, or do you want to narrate her death scene? Tell us what the last scene in this movie looks like as the sun is coming up over this bloody massacre of a barn.
Well, I have 2 more dice left, so I feel like Birdie is not exactly dead, but just like missed it by a thread. So she's just gonna sort of
If
step
you,
in. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you want to be able to just completely limp out of here, F350 was dealing to this entire party, so anything that these bunnies ate was highly contaminated.
Yeah, there's just like high bunnies, passed out bunnies all over the floor here.
Oh,
Alright.
Birdie is going to limp out of the barn and seeing the high as hell bunnies sort of piece together what F350 has done heroically because of the content of his bloodstream, their bloodstream, and just like deciding to write down the legacy that is F350, who single-handedly destroyed the bunnies with weed, I guess.
Yeah, no. And just like cut in with like that very 80s like static text crawling over the scene credits. It's like cut in the producer and director's commentaries like, wait, no, seriously, who greenlit this? The resolution cannot be you saved everybody with drugs.
And as we see beautiful wounded Birdie limping out of this barn surrounded by high fucking rabbits, the text scrolls up and we get a slow fade out. And we've got 1 minute left, so really quick. Everyone, who are you? Where can people find you? Fabby.
You can find me in my bathrooms because I'm tired. I've been podcasting and streaming for 8 hours now. I'm gonna go lay down. You can also follow me on Twitter at Fabby_Garza, Eidolon Playtest, Moon Harbor Heroes, Don't Cast, Don't Tell. Just go to my Twitter. Also support unionization and support workers' rights all around you, and reproductive rights and trans rights. And I'm tired.
Let's go to Ran. Where can people find you?
I am Rhino Riddler. That's RHINORIDDLER on all of the social media platforms, and you can check out what I do there. I don't really do well. I'm on a bunch of the podcasts that I never really listen to because I cannot hear my own voice because it's terrifying. But
Big mood.
please support choice, and everybody deserves rights and celebrate differences, and yeah, all of that good stuff.
Around.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter as well. The screen name is Blood Quantum Entanglement over there. I'm also on Moon Harbor Heroes once a month with the Mall Cop Kids. Otherwise, I got some things that I'm writing for. I'm on a project for Blue Planet right now. I wrote for Wind Rivers Trail, so I just pop up in places.
And amazing ceilings.
Such amazing feelings.
That is a $20 light that has a red setting.
Hell yeah.
And I am Tess Huth. I am one of the producers of Moon Harbor Heroes and Moon Harbor Extended. I'm also going to be GMing on Dungeons and Drama Nerds this season, so check that out. You can find me on Twitter at TPHuth94. That's TPHUTH94. And this has been Die Laughing by Craig Campbell. Thank you all so much. I'm going to pass it over to Josie, and then Otherware is going to start soon. Please support. Please give money. And I'm excited to see who won the thing with the art raffle. I'm hoping I did, but I don't think
Monster
I did.
Hearts. I really like that game.
Well, hello.
Art, gay, queer teenagers being angsty.
I could not have possibly predicted the direction of that game. Update on the art raffle. I think I want to keep it open all night just to give people a chance. I don't think there's any need to cut it off at midnight. Once we go back to light mode, which will be about 10 a.m. Central, then I think it will end, and then we can run it, and just let those stragglers get in.
Yeah,
But
get your entrance.
next
in.
up is Monster Hearts, run by Charlie, and we're gonna go to break real quick.
Hey.